His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, chaired the weekly cabinet meeting at Gudaibiya Palace. The cabinet extended its congratulations to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa on the upcoming Hijri New Year, 1448, wishing Bahrain and the Arab and Islamic nations continued progress and prosperity. The cabinet then noted the telephone call received by His Majesty the King from US President Donald Trump, which reviewed developments related to efforts aimed at reaching a memorandum of understanding between the US and Iran. In this regard, the Cabinet welcomed the MOU, which includes a framework for negotiation and a ceasefire, an important step towards de-escalation and confidence building, leading to a comprehensive agreement that contributes to consolidating security, stability and lasting peace in the Middle East and enhances international peace and security. The Cabinet affirmed Bahrain's appreciation for the tireless efforts of the US President to support regional security and peace in coordination and consultation with regional leaders, and its appreciation for the constructive diplomatic mediation undertaken by Pakistan with the support of Saudi Arabia and Qatar in bridging differences and supporting dialogue and peaceful endeavours. The Cabinet expressed its aspiration for a lasting peace agreement in the region that advances regional and global economic sustainability and safeguards security, ensures the protection of civilians and infrastructure, and protects international maritime and air navigation. The Cabinet expressed its gratitude to the BDF, the National Guard, the Ministry of Interior, the military, security and civil agencies for their vigilance and preparedness, demonstrated in addressing various developments, enhancing the Kingdom's security and stability. The Cabinet emphasised the importance of continuing to strengthen military cooperation, coordination and joint defence integration among the GCC member states, safeguarding the security and progress. The Cabinet praised the statement issued by the GCC Ministerial Council. The Cabinet then reviewed the Ashura season observance needs and requirements, noting the preparations undertaken by the Ministry of Interior, ministries and relevant authorities to facilitate all requirements necessary to ensure the success of the commemoration. The Cabinet then reviewed several memorandums submitted by ministerial committees and ministers, approving the following: a draft law amending certain provisions of the edict regulating the use of groundwater, the Charter of the Mangrove Alliance for Climate, an agreement between Customs Affairs at the Ministry of Interior and the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs of India on the mutual recognition of the Authorised Economic Operator Programme, the Government's response to several draft laws and proposals submitted by the Representatives' Council. The Cabinet also reviewed the following: the outcomes of the fourth regular session of the sixth legislative term of the Shura and Representative Councils, which reflected the positive outcomes of cooperation between the executive and legislative branches in the field of legislation and oversight work. Progress and implementation of the healthcare sector priorities under the Government Programme 2023 to 2026 and the work of the national committees and working groups. The Cabinet was also briefed on reports regarding the outcomes of Bahrain's participation of the 167th session of the GCC Ministerial Council and the Gulf Canada Joint Ministerial Meeting, the outcomes of the official visit of the Minister of Foreign Affairs to Russia, the outcomes of Bahrain's participation in ILA Berlin 2026, the outcomes of Bahrain's participation in the 114th session of the International Labour Conference, Bahrain's events calendar for the summer of 2026. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received a written letter from the President of Cyprus, Nikos Christolides, regarding the deep-rooted ties between the two countries. The letter was received by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Ziani, during his meeting with Ambassador of Cyprus to Bahrain, Dr. Andreas Iliades. The meeting reviewed the ties between Bahrain and Cyprus and means to further strengthen cooperation, in addition to several regional and international affairs of mutual interest. The Minister of Finance and National Economy and Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Bahrain Mumtalakat Holding Company, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, attended the closing ceremony of the Startup Bahrain University of Bahrain competition. During his remarks at the ceremony, the Minister emphasised that Bahrain's progress in entrepreneurship and startup development is a testament to the visionary leadership of His Majesty the King and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. The Minister highlighted that national policies and initiatives aimed at enhancing the business environment, fostering innovation and boosting productivity have cultivated an economy where creativity thrives, talent is nurtured, and every Bahraini is empowered to compete in the future and contribute to shaping it. He underscored that the competition reflects a profound belief in Bahrain's greatest asset, the talent, creativity and ambition of its people. The ceremony held at the University of Bahrain gathered ministers, senior officials, representatives of partner organisations, academics, entrepreneurs and participating students. The Minister commended Tamkeen's pivotal role led by the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Tamkeen, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, in supporting programmes that develop national talent and entrepreneurship, contributing to an innovation and knowledge-driven economy. The Minister also recognised the efforts of the Minister of Education and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the University, Dr. Mohammed Juma, and those involved in the educational process for strengthening the link between educational outcomes and available opportunities. He noted that the competition serves as a successful national model for encouraging Bahraini youth to innovate and transform ideas into entrepreneurial ventures that drive economic growth and enhance Bahrain's competitiveness on the regional and global entrepreneurship landscape. For his part, the Minister of Education expressed appreciation to the Finance Minister for his continued support and oversight of the Startup Bahrain programme. He affirmed that the university hosted and implemented the programme through a dedicated university team in coordination and partnership with Tamkeen and Startup Bahrain. He commended the programme as one of Bahrain's leading national platforms for supporting startup creation and development. He also noted that the university is proud of the participation of more than 1,000 students in the programme, which witnessed exceptional interest and unprecedented engagement. He also expressed his appreciation to Tamkeen for supporting the programme.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, students, founders, entrepreneurs. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm proud to be here today to celebrate the launch of what will become one of the important annual traditions in Bahrain's journey toward a more innovative, dynamic and prosperous future. This competition reflects a fundamental belief that has guided Bahrain's development under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, that our nation's greatest resource is the talent, creativity and ambition of its people. It also advances the vision of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, who has led the creation of an economy where innovation flourishes, talent is empowered, and every Bahraini is equipped not merely to compete in the future, but to help shape it. As Dr. Mohammed mentioned, we spoke in August 2025 and assembled the partners needed to make this initiative a reality. The Bahrain Economic Development Board, Tamkeen, chaired by His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa, Mumtalakat, the Ministry of Finance and National Economy, the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, Startup Bahrain, the University of Bahrain, all of the sponsors for the program today, and many, many others. The speed with which it was delivered is a testament to what Team Bahrain can accomplish when we unite behind a common purpose. I'd like to thank every individual and institution that contributed to bringing this competition to life. But as Dr. Mohammed mentioned, this journey began many years ago. While I was a student at Babson College, surrounded by entrepreneurs and innovators, I became convinced of a simple truth. Nations that encourage and empower people to create and innovate will always outperform. I began to imagine a future where every young Bahraini would be encouraged not only to seek opportunities, but to create them. A future where innovation was not confined to a few startups, but where entrepreneurship became part of our national identity. 3 years ago, that dream started to become a reality when, with the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, we began building the foundations through launching the monthly national startup pitching competitions, where the finalists would go on to compete in a Startup of the Year competition for an equity investment in their business from Mumtalakat. We wanted to create a pathway that would take an idea from a classroom or a coffee shop and transform it into a company, into job opportunities, and perhaps even into creating new technologies and industries. Today, Startup UOB becomes the next chapter of that story. And what a beginning it has been. 1,000 students participated in this inaugural competition. 1,000 students who proactively chose creating and innovating over comfort. 1,000 students who looked at a problem and did not ask, why does this exist? But instead asked, how can I solve it? That mindset is the foundation of entrepreneurship. It is the foundation of economic progress and development. To all of you who participated today, you have already won. You have experienced what it means to take an idea and give it life. You have learned what it means to work through uncertainty. You have discovered that innovation is not a gift possessed by a fortunate few. It is a skill that can be developed through curiosity, persistence, and courage. You have learned that every obstacle contains an opportunity, that every rejection carries a lesson, and that the distance between an idea and an achievement is determined by perseverance. Most importantly, you have learned that any energy spent complaining about a problem is energy taken away from solving it. The future belongs to the builders, to the problem solvers, to the innovators, to the people who see possibilities where others may see limitations. Whether you become business owners, teachers, bankers, engineers, policymakers, these lessons in entrepreneurship will stay with you for the rest of your lives. Today you have proven something we have always believed. To have a successful and thriving economy, our universities should not only focus on graduating job seekers. Our universities must also graduate job creators. The entrepreneurs sitting in this room today will launch the companies that employ Bahrainis tomorrow. They will develop the technologies that improve lives. They will build industries that do not yet exist. They will help define Bahrain's place in the global economy of the future. And that future is arriving faster than any generation before us has experienced. Artificial intelligence is transforming industries. Technology is reshaping economies. Global competition is accelerating. The question is not whether the world will change. The question is whether we will participate in leading that change or simply react to it. And Bahrain will lead, because Bahrain's greatest resource is its people. And many of the future founders, innovators, investors, and national leaders of Bahrain are sitting in this room today. That is why I am especially pleased to announce that beginning next year, participation in Startup UOB will become a graduation requirement for students in the University of Bahrain College of Business. And this is not simply a new academic requirement. It is a declaration that entrepreneurial thinking matters, that creativity matters, that innovation matters. And above all, it is a declaration that we believe in the potential of every Bahraini student to create, to lead, and to succeed. And as you leave here today, I ask you to remember the following. Never underestimate the power of an idea. Every great company was once an idea. Every great innovation and scientific breakthrough was once an idea. Every great national achievement was once an idea. And every one of those ideas began with someone who had the courage to believe that the future could be better. So, be proactive, be resilient, take risks, be relentlessly curious, and be unreasonably optimistic. Never stop building, because the future of Bahrain will be created by people like you. And that is why I'm so proud to be here today. And I am so proud that every one of you is a member of Team Bahrain. Thank you.
The Minister of Industry and Commerce, Abdullah Fakhro, opened the Brainwave Bahrain Centre in Salmania, which specialises in cognitive training and educational counselling. Fakhro emphasised the Ministry's strong commitment to supporting initiatives and projects that develop national talent and enhance their competitiveness. He commended the Centre for providing innovative solutions that integrate modern technology and advanced scientific methods to serve the community. He also highlighted the private sector's role as a key partner in the comprehensive development process and in attracting more investments in the educational and training fields. The founder of Brainwave Bahrain, Fawzia Kiwan, confirmed that the key centre established in response to the growing need for specialised cognitive development services in Bahrain through the provision of advanced scientific programmes based on global best practices. The Kingdom of Bahrain celebrates Bahraini Lawyers' Day, which falls on June the 15th, in recognition of the pivotal role played by lawyers in upholding the principles of justice and the rule of law. More in this report.
On June 15th of each year, the Kingdom marks Bahraini Lawyers' Day in recognition of the vital role lawyers play in upholding the principles of justice and the rule of law, and their contributions to advancing Bahrain's legal and judicial development. This year's observance comes as His Majesty the King ratified the new law on establishing a new regulatory framework for the legal profession, marking an important legislative milestone aimed at strengthening the foundations of the legal profession and further developing Bahrain's justice system. The occasion is also commemorated by the Bahraini Lawyers Society in remembrance of the historic consensus among Bahraini lawyers to establish a professional body representing and organizing the profession. June 15th was chosen to commemorate the date of the founding meeting, with the first official celebration of Bahraini Lawyers' Day held in 2022, becoming an annual occasion to recognize the professional and legal contributions of Bahraini lawyers. Through continued efforts to support and develop the legal profession, Bahrain reaffirms its commitment to empowering lawyers in their role of promoting justice, protecting rights, and serving society, further supporting the Kingdom's comprehensive development journey and reinforcing its position as a leading model in upholding the rule of law.
head of the Terrorism Crimes Prosecution announced that the High Criminal Court issued rulings in 11 separate cases involving offences committed by several individuals, including supporting and endorsing Iran's terrorist attacks against Bahrain. The court sentenced 12 defendants to 10 years imprisonment and imposed fines of 2,000 BD on some of them and ordered the confiscation of seized materials. The public prosecution had received several reports from the Cybercrime Directorate regarding social media accounts containing images, videos and comments expressing support for and approval of the Iranian terrorist attacks targeting Bahrain. The content also included the publication of sensitive data, the capturing images of restricted sites, and the dissemination of false news and rumours intended to undermine public morale, spread panic among the public and harm public security during the Iranian aggression against the kingdom. Investigations led to the identification of the individuals operating the accounts. Accordingly, the public prosecution referred the defendants to the High Criminal Court, and the cases were heard over several sessions, during which all legal guarantees were observed. The ban on working during the midday hours has come into force and will remain in place until the 31st of August. The measure forms part of the efforts to promote occupational health and safety and protect workers from the risks of heat stress during the summer months. More in this report.
In line with human rights principles and the right to a safe, healthy workplace, the ban on work during midday hours in summer is in effect until 31st of August. The decision prohibits outdoor work in direct sunlight between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. This measure supports ongoing efforts to protect workers from heat stress, heat stroke and summer illnesses, and to reduce workplace accidents during the hotter, more humid month. The Labour Ministry has launched a proactive awareness campaign, issuing guidance pamphlets and holding workshops for employers and workers on preventing heat-related risks. Previous implementations of the midday ban have reduced workplace injuries without disrupting project timelines and reflect a humanitarian approach consistent with international labour standards.